Wow. Unfreaking believable. Then again, no, it's not. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. Thank every last one of you guys for taking time out of your day to view my content. If you do enjoy my content and you love it, make sure you hit the like button right here, and also double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because YouTube is unsubscribing you from the information that I'm putting out because it pisses them off that I'm showing the truth and sharing the truth with you guys. Also, don't forget to follow me on all the platforms above and below, if you would, please. Appreciate it. All right, folks. Got to get into this subject right here, guys, because this is something that is very important. If y'all do not know, there was a proposal that came out regarding voting, okay? It was pretty much like, I think they called the HR 8281. And pretty much in a nutshell, what this proposed is that the only people who would be able to vote in the United States are legal United States citizens or American-born citizens. Yes, the Republican Party came out with this proposal saying, hey, we got to make this to where the only people who are going to be able to do that are Americans. Well, it just so happened, I guess with the last breath that he's taking right now, I'm metaphorically speaking, President Biden looks like he is going to veto that bill. Oh, y'all want to go there? Here we go. Boom. There it is. The administration strongly opposes H.R. 821, the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act. It is already illegal for non-citizens to vote in federal elections. It is a federal crime punishable by prison and fines. The alleged justification for this bill is based on easily disproven falsehood. Additionally, making a false claim of citizenship or unlawfully voting in an election is punishable by removal from the United States and a permanent bar to admission. States already have effective safeguards in place to verify voters' eligibility and maintain the accuracy of voters' rolls. This bill would do nothing to safeguard our elections, but it would make it much harder for eligible Americans to register to vote and increase the risk that it would increase the risk that eligible voters are purged from voter rolls. The evidence is clear that the current laws to prevent non-citizen voting are working as intended. It is extraordinarily rare for non-citizens to break the law by voting in federal elections. That was those non-citizens maybe of that time. But the ones who coming in right now, do you think they care about some laws? You know, the ones who are sexually assaulting our daughters, huh? The ones who are sexually assaulting our 12-year-olds, our toddlers, the ones who are beating up police, oh, the ones who are shooting at police, them? Oh, the president has been clear. He will continue fighting to protect Americans' sacred right to vote in free, fair, and secure elections, cap, including calling on Congress to pass the John R. Lewis Voting Right Advancement Act and the Freedom to Vote Act. If House Republicans really want to do something about securing our border and fixing our broken immigration system, they should vote on the border deal that the president negotiated with the bipartisan group of senators. This would provide immigration officials the resources they need to do their jobs and be the toughest and fairest set of reforms to secure the border that we have seen in decades. Absolutely 100% cap. In other words, a lie. That last part that they just showed right there, talking about that the Republican Congress don't want to agree with them with the bipartisan bill to do this, is 100% cap. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I showed you guys in other places and other videos that I've done that bill is not just about no bipartisan on our border. It includes a whole lot of other stuff, which they already approved, the stuff in Ukraine. It's going to include stuff that has nothing to do with that southern border. And pretty much when it comes down to it, the end game is so that a lot of greedy politicians can fill their pocket. That's pretty much what it all comes down to. A lot of times when they introduce stuff that has nothing to do with anything, it's just another means of these politicians making some shape, form, or fashion to fill in their pockets. The so-called climate change issue. Right now, aren't we all supposed to be like weren't we by now supposed to be like in another freaking ice age? Aren't we supposed to be in a thing to where the ice caps melted and Florida's supposed to be underwater? California's supposed to have been underwater? What happened to all that? We just forgot? Oh, now all of a sudden there's climate change. So it's another way of introducing a bill that's going to do nothing more than tax you the American people and fill the pockets of those that are going to go around and campaign and do speaking events talking about climate change. A bunch of bull crap. Make up a, you can do things. Apparently you can do things by getting rid of animals, getting rid of people. You can do things to lower the whole planet by 1 degree. But yet you can't solve the problem with homelessness. Okay, yeah. Anyway, Speaker Mike Johnson said it should alarm every American citizen that the sitting president of the United States, who has opened our border to over 9 million illegals, just announced that he would veto our bill to prevent non-citizens from voting. That's crazy. That's crazy. And this came out today, ladies and gentlemen. So, with all that being said, I would like to know right now at this moment, my question is, why would the House Republicans want to introduce a bill for non-citizens to be unable to vote if those non-citizens are already ineligible to vote? Why would this bill need to come across their table? Why? If we already have laws in place, which is stated, that prevent them from doing it, why do we need to do it? There probably are a bunch of little different loopholes, a bunch of different avenues, a bunch of different roads, a bunch of different going around things to get to the point to where there may be some people that are already doing it, because it makes no sense to me, not common sense, that if something says, I'm gonna give you an example. If something says you have to be 21 years old before you can drink, right? We know that as being law. Why would you have to propose a bill to say you must be 21 before you can drink? Are there people drinking before they're 21? Of course there is. Some are getting caught, some are not. Y'all see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this from as always, a complete neutral lens. It just didn't make sense to me. So what's the end game? What's the big picture? Because I know that up in the state of Illinois, they're trying to have it to where illegals, non-citizens, can become police officers and arrest American law-abiding citizens, or if they're breaking the law, unlawful American citizens. But the fact that it's an illegal or a migrant or somebody that's not documented, whatever you want to call it, they can do that. Absolutely crazy. So anyway, I'd like to know, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Why do you think the House Republicans want to propose a bill like this if it's already a law in place? Why do you think, according to what I just read to you, it appears that President Biden, we know it's not him, will be vetoing this, and it's not going to happen? Some of you are way more fluent when it comes to politics than I am, and I'd like to hear from you guys on what your thoughts is on this. Don't forget that before you get out of here, to click this right here so that my content can be constantly circulated to you and suggested to you. Also, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I keep on urging you guys, please, please, please get into your cell phones. If there's anybody you know that would benefit from my content that I put out, that you know that they got minds like yours and mine, common sense folks, let them know about this channel and encourage them to subscribe to the channel if you would, please, all right? Let's see what y'all got to say on this one. I am Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.